What's up YouTube, Dale here from Zephyr, and today I'm going to bring you five basic combos that you're going to need to know for Ice Barriers. We're going to increase each of these combos in difficulty, starting off with a 1-card basic combo, and then working our way up to the Swap Frog combo, which will use different kind of interactions, bouncing back and forth, sending loads of cards, you name it. So with all of that out of the way, please smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more upcoming content. Starting this video off, we're going to go with the very basic 1-card Hexia combo that lets you draw 4 brand new cards. And in a deck that has 2 very nice extenders in the form of the Ice Jade and of course the brand new Yugioh, you don't really need to worry about those 4 additional draws because your hand at the end of this combo will be 8. So if you open up any of these, you're going to be able to add more to the end board. So you're going to start off by normal summoning down the Hexa. Hexa will then send the Mirror Mage from deck to the grave, and then this will allow you to trigger to add you a Speaker. Special summon down the Speaker, and then link both of these off to go into a Coral. Coral's effect to then revive your Mirror Mage. Mirror Mage's effect, not tributing itself, but tributing off the Coral in order to spawn you 3 tokens. Now you can very easily just end this board on a Dragonite, but that's not going to be very good for you at all. So what you're going to do is your Mirror Mage is now at level 5, so you're going to do that plus 1 token to get you into a Coral Dragon. You'll then use Speaker's effect because you control an Ice Barrier monster in the form of the tokens to banish it and spawn you 1 more token. And then you're going to go Coral Dragon plus the 3 tokens and itself to get you into a Crocosaur. And you'll go Chain Link 1 Crocosaur to protect your draw of 3 and Chain Link 2 the Coral Dragon so that if they want to ash you, you're only going to lose 1 draw, and you're going to draw 4 fresh new cards, not to mention the 4 cards you already have in your hand. So if they're all hand traps or anything else, you're going to be able to set some cards and pretty much sit there on a very fat stacked Crocosaur that has the ability to discard 2 to pop a card on the field as well, and you're going to be able to keep on going. So that's it for the 1-card combo. Now let's move on to the next one. So for the second combo, I'm going to show you the very basic 1.5-card combo as it's Revealer plus any discard. Now, of course, we're going to increase each of these combos bit by bit. So it starts with a 1 card, 1.5, 2-card, and then what I'll do is I'll actually end on a 2.5-card combo, so you're going to get an extra bonus because I'm going to repeat this one that I've shown you in the profile already, just so you can kind of see exactly what this can do. And in my opinion, this is probably one of the best combos because if you do draw into any of your level extenders, whether that be the Ice Jade or whether that be the Yugioh, you'll then have the ability to basically add a Lancer to the end board as well, which is really nuts. So this is one that is nib protected, not that you need to worry about it too much. You're going to normal summon your Revealer, use the Revealer's effect, discarding a card to special summon out the Hexa from the deck. Hexa's effect will trigger to send the Mirror Mage from deck to grave, triggering the effect to grab you a Speaker. Special summon down the Speaker and then overlay both of these as summon number 4 into Bahamut Shark. Using Bahamut Shark's effect, make sure you detach Speaker as that's the one that will still spawn you another token should this get locked under with a material, and this will then allow you to spawn out a Totally Awesome. You'll then be able to link off the Hexa plus the Bahamut Shark and go into your Coral. Coral's effect can then trigger in order to add back or special summon back the Mirror Mage. Mirror Mage's effect will then trigger getting rid of the Coral, and this will then spawn you 3 tokens. You'll then sync using the Mirror Mage, now a level 5 and 1 token to get you into a Coral Dragon. You'll then use Speaker's effect in the graveyard to banish it to spawn you back a 4th token. And then you're going to go 1, 2, 3 plus Coral. You're going to go into your Crocosaur. And then your Crocosaur is going to allow you to draw 3 and Coral Dragon will let you draw 1. So you've basically replenished your hand. You're still going to have 3 more cards in your starting hand as well. So these can very easily be extenders. These can be the water discards, which is why it's really important that should you open up or get access to something like a Swap Frog or heck even an Ice Jade Argerine or of course the Yugioh, you're then going to be able to extend your board even further and add a level 10 synchro to this as well. So now I'm going to show you a 2-card combo and then we'll move ourselves onto a 2.5-card combo as well. So upgrading the combo slightly, we're still going to be starting off with the Hexa, but this time if you open out Yugioh or General Wayne, you'll be able to extend your board to get a level 10 synchro on the board as well. So you're going to start off by normal summoning the Hexa. The Hexa will do the exact same thing, send in the Mirror Mage, and then the Mirror Mage will add you either Wayne or of course Yugioh, whichever one you are missing. You can kind of skip a step and go through directly to a Speaker, but the idea of Wayne is you're going to get an additional monster on the board, and then on top of that, you're also going to be able to deck fin 1 more card as well. So the idea here is you're going to use the Yugioh's effect, so while you control another Ice Barrier monster, your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters in the graveyard, very nice. But also if you control an Ice Barrier monster, you get to special summon this card from the hand in defense, and if it is normal or special, you get to special summon a level 5 or lower Ice Barrier from the hand or grave. So obviously the idea is if you don't have General Wayne, this can still bring back the Mirror Mage, and then you'll still be able to make your plays from there. But the idea is just because we're able to summon down the Wayne's effect will trigger to allow you to grab the medallion. You'll activate the medallion, and this will grab you a Speaker. You'll then special summon down your speaker as your extra extender, and then what you'll do here is you'll sync your level 6 tuner with your level 4 non-tuner, and this will give you your synchro level 10. And ideally, you're going to want to go for your Lancia, but you do also have the option, should you wish to, because you're not locked into anything specific, is you can go into the Chenying, or of course you can go for the Ice Jade as well. We're going to go for the Lancia just to show you the new card in action, and then what you want to do here is you're going to want to link your Wayne and your Hexa off, and you're just going to go down the exact same route of play to draw you more cards. So you're going to go your Coral will then bring back your Mirror. Mirror's effect, tribute off the Coral, spawn you 3 tokens, 1, 2, and 3. Use 1 token and the Mirror Mage, which is now level 5, to get you into your Coral Dragon. Then use Speaker's effect in the graveyard, banishing it from the graveyard to spawn you another token. And then you go Coral as a 6, 7, 8, and 9. And this will then get you direct access to your Crocosaur, and then your Crocosaur will draw you 4 brand new cards again, or technically Crocosaur will draw you 3 and Coral will draw you 1. So you do have the ability to chain block in this particular route, which is why you might want to consider going through Coral Dragon in the previous combo. But the idea is, again, you've still got 4 more cards here, you've still got 3 more additional cards in your hand. So if any of these were stuff like Speaker already, or if they were already stuff like your Revealer as well, that could be your ideal normal summon, and you still have more plays to make. Obviously, I have shown you the Protected Toad combo, so I'm going to show you that as a bonus one as well, which all comes off the back of Revealer, and then I'll show you pretty much a max potential end board as well. So we're going to go back into combo number 3 shortly. So for this combo, obviously what we're going to be starting off with is the Ice Jade Argerine, and this is going to be your main extender. Of course, you could consider that this also has the access to be the Yugioh as well, but with the Ice Jade, I'll show you a little bit of a different output, and you can kind of end your board on either a Lancia or any level 10 Synchro, plus the ability of a Dragite as a nice little spell or trap negate, or of course you can go for the standard draw 4 as well. Open up the Mirror Mage is obviously ideal. If you don't open up the Mirror Mage, the other card that you can open up directly will of course be your Revealer as well, because then your Revealer will pretty much, you'll see as we go through this combo, it takes away a step of the Mirror Mage. So you start off with the Ice Jade. Ice Jade will discard the Mirror Mage, summoning this self down, and then of course spawn in a token as a level 3. And then trigger off the Mirror Mage effect, and this is where you're going to be able to search out the Revealer if you don't already have it. Now obviously the idea is that if you do already have it, you can just search out something else, or if you don't open up the Mirror Mage, this can just be any random discard, and you summon down the Revealer and you go a little bit of a different route. You then synchro the Ice Jade plus the token, and this will get you into your Lancia first. Then of course you'll normal summon down your Revealer, using its effect, discarding the random card in order to special summon the Hexia. At this point with the Hexia, what you want to do is you actually want to send Speaker, and the reason for doing this is it gives you access to get you into the Crocosaur draw 4 if you want to go down that route. You don't have to, but it does give you that option should you want to consider it. You'll then link the Revealer and the Hexa together and go into the Coral. Coral's effect, again, the exact same thing, will bring back the Mirror Mage. Tribute off the Mirror Mage, tribute off the Coral, spawn yourself the 3 tokens. Now, obviously, at this exact point, you've got this as a level 5, so you can go 5, 6, 7, and 8, and that's how you're going to get into your Dragite as option number 1. Option number 2, of course, you can synchro both of these into the 6 of the Coral Dragon. And then because you still control the ice barriers, you can use the Speaker that you foolished to bring back 1, and then you go 6, 7, 8, and 9, and this will then still give you your draw 4. So it's just crazy how consistent it can be in order to get you to this draw 4 point with all of your cards still intact. So you still have your draw 4, you still have 2 more cards in the hand as well. If your opponent special summons a monster, of course you do have the Lancia effect to keep spawning you out monsters on the board, so you do want to leave yourself a little bit of space. But even at this base minimum, your Crocosaur is going to be up by 1, 2, 3, so another... I think it's like 500 every card. I get this wrong. For each card in your hand. So straight away, this is going to be up by 3k. So it's a 4k boss monster. You've got the quick effect to ditch 2 to pop. So if you have more Mirror Mages, you're just going to be able to send 2, pop a card, and then Mirror Mage trigger to search you out, which is really kind of cool as well. And the idea is, obviously, with what you've got here, these can be any more extenders, which helps you add to your board. But like I said, if you didn't want to go down the Crocosaur and you wanted to keep the Speaker in the graveyard, you can very easily go for a Dragite as well, and then that's still going to give you a spell or trap negate as well. So that's pretty much it for those particular combos. I'm now going to show you a Swap Frog combo as well. So you're going to get 5 combos in this particular video to kind of go from there. So we'll be back in a second. The final combo is going to be a Swap Frog combo, so this requires you to have any water discard so you can maintain your normal summon, and then any random discard that you need. So you're going to start off by special summoning down the Swap Frog by discarding the water monster. I've just decided to use Warlock as like the baseline card that you don't really want to be seeing in your hand, and in doing so, your Swap Frog's effect will now trigger, letting you send a level 2 Aqua from deck to the grave, being your Mirror Mage. This will trigger Mirror Mage's effect to allow you to add the Revealer to your hand with the random discard. Now, if you don't have that random discard, you can return a Swap Frog to the hand and then normal summon down the Revealer, using the Revealer to discard the Swap Frog. But that's something you might want to consider a little bit later on, depending on what you have access to, but more times than not, you should have this discard in the hand. You then go into normal summon down the revealer, uses an effect discarding 1 card, and this will let you special summon an ice barrier from the deck. Now of course you can special summon out the speaker, and you can overlay both of these into a shark, give yourself a toad, and then you can link both of those into a coral, so it does give you a couple of options down that route if you want to, or of course you can go for a Yugioh and actually hard make a toad. In this example I'm going to show you what happens when you summon down the speaker, because then what you do is you'll be able to overlay both of these, get you into a shark, shark's effect, detaching the speaker, spawn you out totally awesome, then link the shark plus the swap frog together. This will then get you into your coral, so just showing you different ways of how you can get to the same outcome. Coral's effect will now trigger, allowing you to bring back your mirror mage. Mirror mage effect, tribute off the coral, spawn yourself out 3 tokens. 1, 2, and 3. And then you have the ability to use your Mirror Mage +1 to go into your Coral Dragon. And like I said, the reason you'd go through Coral Dragon is it will actually chain block for a Crocosaur, which is really important. Banish the speaker from the graveyard to spawn you back a 3rd token. And then your token, 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 and Coral, going into a Synchro level 9, being your Crocosaur. And this will then allow you to chain link 1, chain link 2, draw yourself 4 brand new cards. And again, if any of those is like an Ice Jade or even a extender, because your Yugioh hasn't actually special summoned itself from the hand yet, you can actually still special summon it down that way. You still get your 4 fresh new cards, plus 2 more cards in your starting hand as well. So if they're hand traps, board breakers, stun cards, you name it, you've got it. And of course, Crocosaur will still have the detach effect, the ditch effect to pop, and of course, you're totally awesome as well. So that's it for all of the Ice Barrier combos. What you're pretty much seeing here is just different routes to get to the same out goal, or the end goal, which is really, really important for a deck like this because it just shows its consistency. They can do it with 2 cards, 3 cards, 1 card, depending on what your opponent has access to. It's all about protecting your normal summon and making sure you use up all your extenders first, more times than not, in order to kind of save your normal summon, because if you can save that, which is an incredibly important factor of the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, I suppose is the best way of saying it, then you can end on pretty much anything you want within reason. And some of your end boards are insane. Like getting hold of Lancia is crazy good. Being able to kind of like stun your opponent every time they special summon is really important. Whether it be they can't attack, whether you want to not allow them to activate their spell effects, it really is quite important and powerful. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, as absolutely always, stay safe and of course, happy dueling.